Hey everyone, it's Keith with Cloudster Pillow. Today I want to discuss different holster setups that I have, what I like, what I don't like. There's great brands out there, brands you've probably never heard of, and brands that you for sure have probably heard of. So I want to go through these setups and just, let you know what I think the pros and cons. You can see I've got a pretty busy table here. I've got a very, very large box of holsters. I think that if you don't have a lot of holsters, you're just not trying. Different setups, but that's okay. My goal is to just share this with you, so maybe I can save you a bunch of money so you're not spending thousands of dollars on holsters like I've done. So there is one accessory that all holsters need. I'll go over that in a minute, but obviously you can see we sponsor this, Cloudster Pillow. But let's just kind of jump into here. One of the staple holsters that I like is the Filster. This is their Enigma Express. It comes completely put together like this. This is their standard belt that it comes with. It also comes with a leg leash, and I'll show you kind of how this works. Now, I remove the leg leash, but a lot of people like it. It holds retention. It keeps the holster from pulling up when you're pulling out your firearm. But this is how my setup is. This is for my P365. It's got this sports belt, so I've upgraded the belt on here. Sometimes I'll put a clip to clip it into a belt, but majority of the time it's just like this. No leg leash. I'll just wrap it around my body like so, clip in here, and then snug, pull, and that's it. And this is for my P365. You can see I can just put this in like this. If I pull this real snug, I can draw, no leg leash, no clip, nothing. I can pull this thing out. So now I haven't even set this up. Typically this would be under my shirt and it would be down here into my waist area, and I'd have this pretty snug like this. So this really is not going anywhere. You can see I can draw perfectly. You can move around in this. It's very, very comfortable. I love, love, love this setup. They're a great company. Filster is just an all-around great company. So again, this is a wraparound type of a holster setup. I also have their skeleton version like this. So there's no belt on this. It's just a typical standard minimalist type of a holster for the P365. What makes holsters different for me? One is the sweat guard. So if you have a very high, I'll show you, this is a low sweat guard here, maybe low to medium, I guess they would call it. And this would be more of a high sweat guard. I will show you on this rounded gear, a high sweat guard. The higher the sweat guard, the more uncomfortable it is for me because it's pushing into I carry appendix, so it's pushing into my appendix. So I like a more lower style like this. Here is a company called, this is the 𝐼WB brand or model, and it has a ulti clip on here, so you can just clip this thing onto any shorts, anything like that. You don't even need a belt. Could clip it on a belt. And this is made by Blacksmith Tactical, very cool company. It's my tier 1 concealed holster. I love this thing. It's very small. It's got a little bit of a high sweat guard on it, but it's very comfortable. It's very thin. Again, these are all for P365s or for Glocks, Glock 19s. And some are light bearing, some aren't. And you also want to make sure that you get them optic ready, and I'll show you that here in a second. This is Alien Gear. This is a hybrid holster, so it's got this padding on the back. You could wear this maybe on your back side or around the side here. I don't typically use this holster. I thought this would be the style I would like, but it still was uncomfortable for me, and I like carrying appendix. But you'll see, if I take this light off here, I've got an optic on here. You have to make sure that you get a holster that is optic ready. So this is not optic ready, opposed to, let's see, this one here is optic ready. It's got a cutout there so it fits nice and snug. I'll show you this on the Filster holster here. And listen to that retention it's got in there. I mean, it's really locked in there. So these are great quality holsters. Very expensive. You're gonna spend upwards of $200 on these Filster holsters, but I think they're well worth the money. I love them. Here's a tenicor. This is a Lego design. This is one and only Lego design that they made. They did an April Fool's gig and made like one of each holster style like this. So I was able to nab up the Lego one, and that fits in there very nicely into my Lego tenicor. Very comfortable holster also. All these are very comfortable holsters, just different styles. You got sidecars. This is a company called Radial Innovations, I think. It's about a $100 holster right here. So it's a sidecar, so you can put your magazine in here, and then you can put your firearm right here, and you can have an extra magazine. I don't typically use sidecars, but people do. but I wanted to try it to see how they feel. All of these holsters here, to me, require an accessory, and we'll get to that right now. So we make the Cloudster Pillow. I think it's the #1 holster wedge on the market. You can get pillows, you can get wedges, foam wedges, you can get pads. I've tried every single thing out there. That's why we created this. We have 3 different sizes. We've got mini, we've got standard, and we've got deluxe. They all come packed with this shredded memory foam, and they come with extra foam as well. We send out with 2 extra pieces of Velcro, so you can use them on 2 different holsters if you want, and you can swap the pillows out. You're going to get an alcohol wipe to clean the holster, so these stick to the holster very well. They're adhesive. Nice little Cloudster sticker, Cloudster Pillow sticker. But yeah, so they come in also 3 different colors. You'll see white, black, and camo. All the colors come in all 3 different sizes. So this is the deluxe size. This is what I would typically use on like a light bearing holster. So I'll put my light back on here and I'll show you. Like this, and then where's a light bearing holster right here. This is my tenicor. Love this holster as well. So, oops, like that. So now you got it in here, and I put my deluxe pillow just like this. I would take it, and I like to put it off to the side, closer to the optic and the actual slide part of the firearm, and I like to put it a little bit below the 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭, so I get the protection when it's digging into my appendix. So when I have it like this and it's sitting up against me, one, it's very comfortable. I'm not feeling that hard 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭. And by having it this way, it's going to rotate the firearm this way and tilt it in this way to keep me from printing so it's not coming through my shirt. So that is the deluxe size pillow that I use for that one. I use a standard size for my P365. Every holster I have for a P365, this is the size that I use. Same style, I'll put it off to the side, the optic side here, and below the 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭, and that's going to give me that nice comfortability. Even with the Enigma, this thing, I got tons of people that buy these for the Enigma. They love it. And when I pull this on now, it is so comfortable with this pillow on here. I mean, you're not feeling this hard plastic digging into you or this 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭. You're just feeling a nice, plush, comfortable pillow. One of the most common questions I get is, does it add bulk? No. Nothing like a foam wedge would add. A foam wedge is super hard. It's hard to compress. This is a pillow. So when you lay your head on a pillow, it squishes down. These squish down. They're also fully adjustable. So you can open this thing up. It's super easy. Huge hole. So you can, I don't care how big your fingers are, you can get the foam out of there, and you can add more foam if you need more bulk, and you can remove foam if you want less bulk. So they're very, very adjustable. You can move the foam around. If you want more of a wedge shape, you can adjust it that way. It's the only pillow on the market, the only holster wedge on the market that's fully adjustable. You can make this and fine tune it to any way that you want. And then we've got minis. A lot of people will use the minis for like a sidecar. So maybe they would put, this is what I do. So if I'm using this, which I don't regularly use, but I would put this off onto the sidecar on this side here. And then I would put a standard on this side. And then I would have cushion from both the sidecar part and the actual holster with these pillows here. And then what a lot of people will also do, some people just don't care about the comfort. Their body type doesn't really feel the 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭 digging into them so much. So they just want a wedge. So what they'll do is they'll purchase these minis, and all it is acting as is like a wedge. And now it's still going to give you comfort because it's a pillow. So they're getting the best of both worlds, but they're putting it on their holster like this, and it's helping to tilt that holster inward and keep them from printing. So anyway, I hope this helps. Check out a link below. I'll put a discount code in there for you. If you want to pick up a Cloudster pillow today, they'll ship out. I ship in 1 day. And yeah, they're all over the website. So check out the reviews. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you guys enjoy this. If it helps you out, it helps me. And like the video and stay safe. Thanks.